How long have you been in service?
Well, if you take the army, 2 years of mandatory service and a year of contract.
And when did this happen?
And this, well, it is a special rank. I'm a first lieutenant by special rank, yes. Well, it does not influence the army.
And how long did you wander around as a first lieutenant?
Almost 10 years.
10 and 12 and a year, 15 calendars around.
Well, yes, it will be.
Whoa. Well, yeah. Okay. Do you voluntarily consent to recording and publication?
Yes, I give my voluntary consent for recording and publication.
Great. And what did the Azov guys say that it was absolutely necessary?
No, they advised that if you take an interview, it will bring the chances of an exchange closer. That is, well, that relatives will see. Maybe the command of the military unit 93992 of the Chebarkul tank division will see.
Hello to you,
90th
yes?
Tank Division, yes. I have already been held here in captivity for 7 months. I don't know whether my relatives, my wife and my father are aware
And
of
now
it.
we will find out.
Yes, and if there is a possibility to exchange me.
Wait a minute, where are you rushing to?
Okay, I got
You're
it.
still precious like a memory. Why go to Russia? Do you want to die?
No,
You don't need to go there.
I agree.
So decide whether you want to go there or not.
Die?
No, but it's clear that you will die anyway.
That's true. I'd like to...
Just that if you come back, you'll die faster.
Why?
Because you will run off to fight again.
Well,
No options.
yes.
The legs and arms are in place, that's all. I like this. They are sitting in captivity and they do not communicate with each other. This is what bothers me most. There are guys who are in touch with me, former prisoners, I'm telling you this. And there, well, they know what they... You'll end up in the FSB first, then from FSB you'll go home for 2 weeks, then back to the Tsar office.
In theory, the contract is ending, but...
Your contracts are not terminated.
Yes? Well, if...
Until the end of SMO.
No.
Come on, try again. I'll tell you everything.
Then the question is, anyway, my hand still hasn't healed quite right.
It will be cured. Well, wait, stretch your hand forward.
But you can't see it like that if I take
No,
off...
pull it forward. Come on, clench and unclench your fist. Everything is fine.
Well... And...
Fit.
yes, they will note it. Well, to formation.
So you don't even need treatment. You dreamed that now they would break your arm.
No.
I'll then spend 3 years repairing it. No.
No, it's not even what I dreamed about. It's just hope. Hope dies last.
This Hope is a colossal woman. And Vera?
Yes.
Not bad too.
Yes, I had a grandmother, Vera.
Uh-huh.
And what about love? Wife.
Who knows? Wife's name?
Wife Lyubov, yes.
A cool last name. Come on, tell
Escalona
them.
Pogorelova.
Escalona Pogorelova. And how could it have been?
It could have been a triple surname, Escalona Pogorelova.
Doesn't matter.
Or just double. Escalona.
Doesn't matter.
Well, if she had taken mine, Pogorelova, and would have left hers overboard.
Family, children, yachts, steamships, kittens.
Family, children, no yachts nor ships, apartment.
How many rooms?
2.
How many children?
2. Girls.
How old are they?
6 and 3, the youngest will be in July.
Where does your wife work?
Right now she's keeping an eye on the youngest. Before she worked on the Green Line. Now, to say it correctly.
Cosmetics.
No, taxi. She was, again, a proper HR manager. That is, she trained the staff.
HR.
Yes, she taught how to make calls, how to correctly receive calls.
Well, manager, forgot those words. This isn't about Russia anymore.
Well, yes.
Well, you're the Soviet, right? You know they brought back the GAI.
Have they brought
GAI.
back the GAI?
GAI is back.
Well, that's right. Money need to
Now
be
they
laundered.
need to redo all the signs and tokens. And have you been a military man all your life?
Well, kinda yes.
Tell me some interesting story. Tell me first of all, I don't know, I don't understand. You say there is UDS. What is it?
This is correspondence. It goes simply 3 ways. That is, for official use.
UDS is for official use.
Yes, for official use only. There is secret correspondence.
Does it say confidential
Yes,
there?
there is top secret there.
Is this even cooler?
This is even cooler,
Top
yes.
secret. What else is there?
Top secret. And there is regular correspondence.
No, I know there are more. You say it cooler than top secret.
There's nothing cooler than top secret. Top secret is the cooler thing. There are no words of secrecy. There are 4 seals on the envelope to prevent access to it. It may be, if you're seeing it in movies, that it's wrapped in a rope.
What is it wrapped around?
Envelope. That
A
is.
regular envelope.
Well, not the usual one, but specifically not the one with the index. But the paper is ordinary thick.
Thick paper.
Yes, great.
Is there anything that
Correspondence
goes there?
that cannot be transmitted on flash drives or other media that can, for example, be copied is stored there. That is, all this secret and top secret information is only on paper. It's the same all over the world, not just in Russia. And you have the same situation. You have one too, but it might call like the president of FSO, for example, what's being delivered.
We don't have FSO, we have pigeons bio who deliver.
Well, there they are too.
No, I'm serious.
Well, I somehow doubted it.
I'm telling you.
Before 1990, before this happened in the Soviet Union, when...
So, what you are saying, that you can see what's in the
Of
envelope?
course not. I'm telling you that if just like a military participant I come there and deliver correspondence, there is a person who accepts. That is, if I pass it on, he sees that this envelope can be accessed, well, that is somehow get this correspondence out of the envelope, he will not accept it. He will simply write the report on me. He will not receive this correspondence, they will call me.
And the rope, you see?
Well, yes, so you don't open it, you know you can warm the seal up a little.
Is it staged on all sides?
Yes.
Have you ever had cases when,
Lost envelopes. We haven't had any in the Krasnodar region. Well, actually,
bad?
maybe.
You could make money. I pay money for information.
I understand.
For this, what do you say, the coolest thing?
Top secret.
Top secret. Well, Southends, I pay for top secret, well, 20,000 rubles, 30,000 rubles. It's
Well,
not worth more.
to be honest, it's unlikely that anyone would go for it.
Write in the pinned comment, there are contacts for my Telegram channel, all the contacts are there, how you can contact me on these numbers. That's kind of 5 sheets of paper for 20,000, 100,000, and that's it. Well, it's rare that I pay that kind of money for something like this top secret. I pay for information that allows. Okay, let's move on. Where did you study?
Armavirlo College.
You graduated from college, what's next?
It was over. I graduated from college and initially worked as a security guard. Red Square, we have such a mega center, a shopping center.
So, as a security guard at
Yes,
shopping
as
center?
a security guard in a shopping center in stores.
Yes, then to a private security company.
In a private security company, yes, I even worked in a private security company. For some time, I was in repeat response team, meaning we handle apartment calls. And then, through a friend, I got a job.
I moved because,
I get it. No, there is...
well, you
And
never
then
know.
I got a job in special communications.
In special communications?
Yes.
Was there a really big check?
The FSB, well, they wrote down my information and sent it to Moscow. I don't know how they checked, but I had never had this before.
Did it take long to hire you?
Well, the check took about a month, give or take.
And how much was the salary? In short, you received these envelopes in one place and delivered them to another place.
And delivered them, yes, to the addresses.
Was this all in one region?
In the Krasnodar region, yes.
In Krasnodar.
We serve the Krasnodar region.
Basically, this is security for what you are delivering.
Yes, we kind of do. Yes, that is, I both guard and deliver.
One person brings it.
No, I'm a driver, and sometimes if we have something super valuable, ultra secret, then the people there come to help. Well, depends on the management on what they give.
Well, I understand, but what is ultra secret? If it's cooler than top secret, it doesn't happen.
Well, why? There are different types of correspondence, and again, there are different types of parcels.
What the coolest thing you've ever transported?
Well, the coolest one is considered to be the top secret packages and
I
parcels.
see, I mean, what were you guarding there?
Well, it's top secret. For example, some packages has come in and management simply announced that we are receiving it. But the management itself roughly determines what is very expensive and gives you a reinforcement.
And what kind of reinforcement?
Well, either one person or two besides
Well,
me
what
and
the
the driver.
rifles, pistols,
Pistols, mostly PM.
PM. Armored
Yes.
vehicles.
Yes.
Which?
Well, Ford, and if the correspondence is not to the ordinary Volkswagen Caddies.
Well, why don't you drive Russian cars?
Well, maybe they already do.
That's right, it's all over there already.
Probably. Well, before.
In short, from what I heard, I understood the following: that in a regular Volkswagen, one person can drive with a pistol and carry a suitcase. In short, how is it? Is it
Yes.
carried in suitcase? A suitcase or bag, in short, with top secret documents, right? Therefore, bandits, comrades, you also have an option to earn money. Were there any attacks?
Well, again, knock on wood, there was none.
This is bad. This is not knock on wood. This
Well,
is
this is...
fellow bandits. You get the same. How much is the salary?
Well, it varied, so to speak, but under the last one I received it a little before 40, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how many hours you drove. That is, well, the distance and time to be very edged there is...
40,000.
Well, yes, it's small, unfortunately.
Why so little?
Well...
It's
That's how it is.
strange. I thought that now there would be...
No, seriously, the salary is not very big for the work you do.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, it is not comparable. That is why many people left us. But again, for a number of reasons, they worked somewhere and then returned anyway.
Because everything here is measured.
Yes, he is already a man. He has been working for a long time. He knows this job and he has to get used to some new
There
job.
are no force majeure events. Arrived at 8, left at 5.
No, to be honest, there are no standards there. That is, you can travel around the city in one day, or you can go around the edge. Yes, well, you know, the Krasnodar region. There is a city of Armavir, for example. We work there later. That is, you can return at 10 and at 11 in the evening and at 12 at night. That is, it's not standardized, therefore.
Well, okay, anyway. When were you still working there?
It was 2022, 23.
And what happened next?
Then I had an accident.
With cargo?
No. By myself, without any load.
I wanted to hear.
No, not it was an accident and I got 5.5 years.
Corpse?
Yes.
Whom?
I hit a man on a bicycle at pedestrian crossing.
To death.
Well, he even died in the hospital.
Were you driving pedestrian crossing?
Yeah, well, it was a little bit, but it was believed that I hit a person at a pedestrian crossing.
During the day?
No, in the evening. Well, not in the evening, it was still dark earlier.
In the early morning?
Yes.
From work?
No. I
Drunk?
wouldn't say I was drunk, but I couldn't explain it. They took me, there was leftover booze smell.
So did you drink all night and drive, or...?
No, by the way, I just had a few drinks this evening. I wouldn't say it was a particularly intense evening. We drank, yes. That's it. I slept. All that was left was a...
How many ppm did it show? You remember for sure.
No, I'll be honest, it would have been practically possible to get a suspended sentence, but the fact that the accident was under epaulets, maybe because we're now fighting all of this.
Were you on your way to work?
No, home.
From the party?
Well, I just stayed at my friend's place for too long. It happened that I didn't go at night and didn't take a taxi, but thought, well, I'll go in the morning, the city will be empty.
And who did he kill?
A man.
No, I get it. Who was that dude?
I'll tell you. Nikolai Kotyev.
No, that doesn't matter. I mean, who is he? Just a hard worker?
worker, yes.
Why did they give such a high sentence? It was first conviction.
Well, yeah, they asked it could have been nothing at all, reconciliation, but the relatives asked for 1.5 million. I didn't have any. I had loans and an apartment. I didn't find it.
What do you mean the relatives asked for 1.5 million, and if there had been reconciliation, you might not have been in prison
Yeah,
at all?
there would have been an agreement. Well, maybe I would have got
No,
probation.
how is it possible? It can't work like that for you. Factual
It
criminal
exists.
case.
But when your relatives have no claims against you, this greatly mitigates the guilt. That is, if relatives, well, you understand, when they make statements in court...
So your office didn't get you off the hook?
Well, it's not the FSB after all. How can I get away with it?
Is the FSB cooler than you?
No, well, this is not the least.
Well, I don't know anything about it.
Company in our country.
Who were you in prison?
Hey, man. Well, we...
I asked because anything can
I
happen.
understand, but again, I say that we put such a contingent in a special zone. These are FE, former employees. Former police officer, prosecutors, lawyers, those who served, for example, in the internal troops.
Are there any offended and downtrodden people among them?
There are also different articles, and there are also, yeah.
And when were you sentenced?
April 13,
22nd year.
the 23rd.
The 23rd.
The 23rd,
So did
yes.
they count the pretrial detention center time for you?
Pretrial detention, yes, for 6 months, and then I arrived to turn out to Kirovachepetsk already to a camp. It was September, the end of September. Then they contacted me also. There is an announcement for the military registration and enlistment office in the camp. But they came to me as I was still being, serving mandatory service in the city of Vladikavkaz. In the internal troops, managed to take part in the Second Chechen War.
Why did you kill them?
No, I just,
Of course you didn't kill.
look, I
Come
tell
on,
you honestly.
let's-
No, I admit honestly.
Didn't take ketchup.
To be honest,
We'll have to do without ketchup.
I was personally present. We were handling the exit corridors for the civilian population.
Why did you search and loot them?
Again, this is not the point. I will say honestly that no one was looting. It was mostly women and children who came out. There was nothing to take from them. I'm telling you this honestly. When they came out, they were mostly carrying...
You see the phrase he said there was nothing to take from them. This is the signature under his own words. We took everything valuable that could be taken. I just know it and you can't prove it to me.
No, I'm not saying that...
What was the most valuable thing you squeezed out there? This is just for fun.
No, I understand what it is, but at the moment, what could be the first Chechen was they describe it. In the second
In the first Chechen War, you met resistance. There wasn't time for that in a harsh form.
Well, excuse me, it's like...
No, the fact that you were looting there is clear.
In the second one, just personally, when I was present, we had leadership command. It was not allowed there. And they kept an eye on this. There had already been prosecutorial investigations. The FSB had already been at work. You understand, the second Chechen, as you say, was already different war.
Do you know what was different about the second Chechen War? Let's do it this way. Okay. What was the difference between the first and the second?
Well, in my opinion, it was different.
Give me the laptop's opinion. No. Of course I'm interested in yours.
No, I'm saying it was a different war. Completely different.
How was it different?
People were already prepared differently. They were no longer taking ordinary people. Conscripts who at least trained for 3 months for something, well, that is a person served for 6 months, 7 months. They went to the firing range.
Yes, what else?
Then they started using artillery.
Yes, what else?
Well, I will say that the command has become smarter. Maybe people have a right who know how to command.
Did the Chechens help you? Chechens,
No,
good ones.
Personally, I think that since we were standing, even if around, for example, there some village they stationed us, so there were coordinates from somewhere where the breakthrough will be, for example. Well, yes, we knew. It turns out that they tell us you will stand here, here, another department will stand here, here. So be on guard, there might be a
And
breakthrough.
what happened when the breakthrough happened?
Well, they were shot at.
Killed them, and everything is fine.
To be honest, the artillery worked. We were only standing at the breakthrough in case people
Look
were
at the
already
situation.
coming out.
Here he is now essentially telling the script. I write blogs for those who don't know. I started writing. Nadia made me. It's called Not the Thoughts of an Apostol. I recently wrote a blog that was about betrayal, about necessity to negotiate with them in 22 in Istanbul. The so-called Istanbul agreements. It's clearly there I laid out the entire hierarchy when it was all there. When in March 19, 20s. Yes. In the months of March, Putin, he tells the whole world that there are no preconditions for an agreement. And then on April 15th, the so-called Istanbul takes place. So what has changed? What changed was that they began to be repelled in the Kharkiv region. In the Kiev region, or rather not so, the Kiev region and the Chernihiv region were completely cleared. And they were repelled in other directions. This is exactly what he said, that in the First Chechen War they didn't expect that there would be such resistance, right? There were inexperienced conscripts who ran away, cried, shot each other and everyone inside. That said, did not expect that when you entered Ukraine on February 24, 2022, we would put up such resistance. Then the next story appeared, sometimes passed, and the Second Chechen War began. What the Tsar wanted when he realized that they had received a tough rebuff from us was that he wanted to get this window, this time out to prepare. If Arahami and everyone who was in Istanbul had signed these papers back then, for those who haven't seen this blog, there will be a link to this blog in the tips somewhere here. They would have been more prepared. And it would most likely have been the case that in April 2022, there would have been a freeze on the conflict. And then the Tsar would have prepared himself in a year or two, or there are 4 or 5. He is right that the commanders would have become smarter, meaning that there would be no columns that were destroyed there. And there would have been a second attempt, but with another nuance, which he is silent about because he most likely does not know Kadyrov appeared. Right?
Well, didn't they? They entered from the beginning, didn't they?
Yes, when did they enter? Whose side was Kadyrov on during the First Chechen War?
During the First Chechen War, he was on the Chechen side.
And the second one?
And the second time, I think, was after 1996 or 1997.
And what happened? The difference between the first Chechen, did he stop being a Chechen?
No, apparently they just promised him some,
What did they promise him?
I don't know.
Show you what they promised him.
Well, maybe yes.
Can be. Have you ever seen a dollar?
Yes.
A rare case. Kadyrov was showered with candy wrappers he was bought. You bought and bribed a bunch of Chechens with petrodollars, who, together with you, killed those you didn't like. And so the second campaign was successful. In essence, the traitors Chechens killed hundreds of their own citizens for dollars. And the king was victorious. The Tsar probably wanted to implement this scenario here too, when he realized that he hadn't succeeded in 2022. Take a break, scatter our petrodollars among our local collaborators, and come back for a second time in 25, 28, and everything would be completely different. What do you think of my theory?
Well, it's not out of the question.
It's definitely true. Good job. Thanks. Like, subscribe, comment. Yes, of course, they looted heavily during the Second Chechen War. There are videos, chronicles of how it all happened, how it was all taken away. It's in their blood. He knows all this, but naturally he won't tell. What did you bring from the Second Chechen War, I think? Some kind of souvenirs?
By the way, back then it was easy again, it was already 20 years ago. That people brought these weapons, but I didn't take anything from there, fearing again to get some kind of prison sentence for this. Because when I returned, many people later found these pistols and went to jail.
Besides weapons, what else could they have brought? What did they bring?
Well, people were carrying household appliances, mostly VCRs. Well, that's what I saw.
What is it called?
As they say, they bought it.
Trophies of some sort.
They say they bought it.
You understand that your Russian army looted all of this. But why the hell would a conscript buy a VCR from someone in Chechnya for cash if he can point a rifle at it and say, give it here? Or you can just shoot him and take him away.
No, but this also takes place.
Everything is so streamlined, it all has a place to be.
I'm just saying that conscripts were already receiving 800 rubles back then, per combat day. That's not
Do you
bad
know
money.
what the big difference is? You are now trying to loop around, but there are already people like you in this place. I'm just speaking from experience. I can see when a person is lying and when he is not lying.
I'm just saying that not everyone there was looting. I'm just saying that again, if you take 800 rubles per combat day, they could buy some. But not everyone. Not everyone. Just like that.
I'm not saying everyone.
No, of course not.
I'm not saying all, but if you take 100 people...
I think half of them were looters. Yes, I agree with you completely, even more. They're 70-80%. Yes. Yes. I won't because...
Well, that's it.
If such facts exist, they are proven.
So you say it yourself. You say these numbers yourself. 80% means everyone. But that's all.
You could say that.
In short, you said they're chilling.
No, it turns out I wasn't in the camp for long. It turns out the prison management contacted me. They just suggested it. Subtly hinted at it.
When did you leave?
The contract was signed on October 5. And on the 5th we...
The 22nd?
The 23.
23rd?
The 23, yes.
What unit did you end up in?
So it turns out we ended up in Military Unit 93, 1992, which I said was the 6th Tank Regiment of the 90th Chebarkul Division.
I send greetings to the Chief of Staff of the 6th Regiment.
We were considered to the 2nd Motorized Rifle Company. We trained for a month and were at the training ground in Lugansk. And after a month, more or less, I...
At which training ground?
In the Trochizbenka area.
Yes.
And then they brought us to Kriminal.
Who were you?
Radio operator. For my conscript service, I was also the station chief of the headquarters vehicle
What
crew.
communication devices did you have?
Basically, it was Boafen.
With a wired connection?
Well, we tried to get a field comms line, but we didn't make it. They showed it to us when I went to
Did you really pull the field comms line?
No, but we had to. When I went to training, it was there, present. From dugout to dugout, it is there.
And these things stay?
Switches, yes. This TA-52, TA-75, which were still in the army, if you remember.
What year was it issued?
I served in 2000.
Back then in the army?
I'm telling you, they were there 20 years ago, and now the same situation exists.